Hey guys, Brad Danger here, and this is getting ridiculous. Right now, there are SUVs sitting on used car lots that will outlast a Toyota RAV4, cost thousands less, and somehow nobody wants them. Not because they're bad, not because they're unreliable, but because people are just lazy. They buy the same three cars over and over and over again, CRV, RAV4, and maybe a Highlander if they're feeling spicy, and completely ignore the stuff that is just as good or even better. So today, I'm gonna show you 5 SUVs that nobody's talking about. But the second that you understand them, you realize you've been shopping wrong this entire time. Let's go. Yeah, I know. Mitsubishi, you already clicked off mentally, and that's exactly why this thing is such a steal. Because Mitsubishi absolutely nuked their own brand reputation over the last decade, and now nobody takes them seriously. But here's the thing, they accidentally made a tank. If you're looking at 2013 to 2020 Outlanders, there's one rule: do not touch the 4-cylinder. That engine has oil consumption issues, it's paired to a CVT, and it's just not worth the headache. But the V6, whole different story. 3-liter V6 paired to a traditional 6-speed automatic V6, and suddenly this thing goes from avoid at all costs to why is this so cheap? This drivetrain is simple, proven, and shockingly durable. We're talking timing chain, import injection, no turbo, no weird complexity, just old school reliability hiding inside a car nobody respects. And that's the entire play here, because when people see Mitsubishi, they think cheap. But cheap doesn't always mean bad. Sometimes it means undervalued. These things are thousands cheaper than a comparable Honda or Toyota, and for a lot of people, they'll do the exact same job. 3 rows, all-wheel drive, dead simple ownership. Nobody's flexing one. But if your goal is to spend less money and still get something that just works, this is one of the biggest sleeper buys out there. Yo guys, quick pause because this is super important. The giveaway is live right now, and we're giving away this fully built, dripping in carbon Supra, 4 months in the making. And guys, it is the Tuner Hero spec, plus a Shelby GT350 with an exhaust that sounds absolutely ridiculous. So, if you want to win, you've got a decision to make. Do you get the JDM Legend, or do you get the American Icon? And guys, for a limited time, every purchase that you make on the site, which is pinned in the first comment down below, you get 2,000 bonus entries to win one of these cars, plus bonus cash, hat, shirt, entry pack, it don't matter. That's 2,000 extra chances on top. And Rocky from New York grabbed a quick entry pack last time and walked away with the GTR plus bonus cash. So yeah, it definitely happens, and we're running it back with 2 cars. So which one you picking? Let me know in the comments down below, and go get entered as well. And good skill. Number 4, Honda Passport. And this one is wild because it's from Honda and people still ignore it, which should not happen because this is basically a Honda Pilot without the part nobody uses, the 3rd row. And that changes everything because what you end up with is a shorter, lighter, better driving SUV. With the exact same bulletproof drivetrain, we're talking Honda's 3.5-liter V6. This engine has been around forever, and for a reason. It just works. No turbo, no drama, just smooth power and ridiculous longevity. Now, yeah, it's paired to a 9-speed automatic, and early versions of that transmission had some weird behavior, but by 2019 to 2021, Honda figured it out, and if you just do your basic maintenance, fluid changes, this thing will go forever. But here's why the Passport is overlooked. It doesn't fit in a box. It's not the family hauler like a Pilot. It's not the compact SUV like a CRV. So people just skip it. And that's your opportunity, because if you don't need a 3rd row, this is arguably better than a Pilot. More usable space, better proportions, same reliability, and you can find them for less money because everyone else is chasing the wrong Honda. Number 3, Toyota Venza. This might be the most misunderstood car on this list because nobody knew what this thing was when it came out. Is it a wagon? Is it an SUV? Is it a Camry on stilts? Yes, it's all of that, and that's exactly why it failed. But failure in the new market creates opportunity in the used market, because underneath the weird identity crisis, this thing is basically a Lexus. Not joking. It shares a platform with the Camry and has a ton of overlap with the Lexus RX. So what you're getting is Toyota reliability, Lexus level comfort, for Camry money. Let that sink in. And then you look at the engines, 2.7-liter 4-cylinder, solid 3.5-liter V6, legendary. The 2GR engine is one of the most proven engines Toyota has ever made. 300,000 miles is not a stretch. That's normal. That's expected. And yet These things sit because people forgot they exist. You can find clean Venzas all day for way less than a Highlander or even a comparable RAV4 in some cases, and they're more comfortable, more refined, and just as reliable. This is one of those cars where once you know, you can't unsee it. Number 2, Acura RDX. Yeah, I'm throwing a curveball because everyone always says Lexus RX, which is great, but that means the RX is priced accordingly. The RDX, that's where things get interesting, especially the 2013 to 2018 models, because Acura did something really smart here. They ditched the turbo and went with a naturally aspirated V6. 3.5 liters. Sound familiar? It should, because it's basically the same Honda engine in a luxury wrapper, and that's the sweet spot because you get leather, tech, comfort, AWD, and a drivetrain that is stupid reliable, no turbo issues, no complicated systems, just a solid V6, and a 6-speed automatic that's been proven for years. And the best part, people overlook Acura. They think it's just fancy Honda, which is kind of true, but that's exactly why you buy it. Because you're getting luxury without luxury car problems and without luxury car pricing. These things depreciate hard and then just sit in that sweet spot where they're affordable but still feel expensive. If you want a premium SUV without paying the Lexus tax, this is the move. Number 1, Mazda CX-5, and yeah, this one isn't completely unknown, but it is still massively underrated because when people think reliable, they think Toyota, they think Honda, and they stop there. Meanwhile, Mazda has been quietly building some of the most well-rounded cars on the road. And the CX-5 is the perfect example because it does everything. It looks good. It drives better than basically anything in its class. And the reliability legit, especially the 2.5-liter Skyactiv engine. This thing is engineered for longevity. Dual injection, which helps prevent carbon buildup. No crazy turbo stress if you go NA, and paired to a 6-speed automatic that is way simpler than most modern transmissions. Translation, less stuff to break. And here's the part people don't talk about enough. Mazda fixed their biggest issue, rust. Back in the early 2000s, Mazda's had a reputation for dissolving. That is not the case anymore. These newer CX-5s hold up extremely well, even in rough climates. So what you end up with is Toyota level reliability, but better driving dynamics, and a nicer interior for less money. And that's the theme of this entire video. You're not buying the badge, you're buying the value. Bonus, Lexus RX 3.5. Oh, okay, I had to include it because if you want the safest possible bet, then this is it. The RX is basically the gold standard for buy it and forget about it, especially 2016 to 2022, because this is one of the last luxury SUVs that stuck with a naturally aspirated V6. No downsized turbo, no experimental tech, just a 3.5-liter engine that has been proven over and over again. Smooth, quiet, ridiculously durable, 300,000 miles? Normal. And the ownership experience is exactly what you'd expect. It just works. Every day, no surprises, no stress. Yeah, you'll pay more up front, but long term, it's one of the cheapest luxury cars you can own, which is why people who know always come back to the RX. Here's the reality. Most people don't actually shop for the best car. They shop for the most familiar one. They follow the crowd, they buy the badge, and they overpay for it. Meanwhile, there are cars sitting right next to them that will last just as long, cost way less, and do the exact same job. You just have to be willing to look past the obvious. And here is the reality. Most people don't actually shop for the best car. They shop for the most familiar one. They follow the crowd, they buy the badge, and they overpay for it. Meanwhile, there are cars sitting right next to them that will last just as long, cost way less, and do the exact same job. You just have to be willing to look past the obvious. So let me know in the comments down below. Would you pick one of these SUVs or would you pick something else? Also, like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and check out some of these ideal vids over here. And remember, go to win this ideal car to get entered to win your dream car, one of these two, plus bonus cash. I'm Brad Danger, this is Ideal, and promise me one thing, keep living the ideal lifestyle.